Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel, Duval Mafia here, and in today's video we're going to be covering, once again, the Jaguars' current head coach, Urban Meyer. So to jump right into this, I'm going to start by saying I cannot believe Urban Meyer still has a job at this moment. And the moment I'm making this video, he is still the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hopefully that will change soon. We can only pray, Jacksonville fans, but to jump onto another report that came out about 1 to 2 hours ago to do with former Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo, who many Jaguars fans are of course familiar with. I mean, he was one of the most accurate kickers for a 3-year span. But Josh Lambo had this to say about Urban Meyer in a warm-up from the preseason in August. Josh Lambo goes and says, "I'm in a lunge position, left leg forward, right leg back. Urban Meyer, while I'm in that stretch position, comes up to me and says, 'Hey dipshit, make your fucking kicks,' and proceeds to kick me in the leg." I'm dumbfounded by this. And it turns out that Lambo actually reported the incident to the team's legal counsel. And Lambo said it wasn't a super hard kick, but it also wasn't a love tap. And he also said, "Truthfully, I'd register it as a 5 out of 10, which in the workplace, I don't care if it's football or not, the boss can't strike an employee. And for a second, I couldn't believe it actually happened. Pardon my vulgarity. I said, 'Don't you ever fucking kick me again.' His response was, 'I'm the head ball coach. I'll kick you whenever the fuck I want.'" Now, I want to preface this by saying I don't believe that this is Josh Lambo's way of getting revenge and being salty on this. I think this is a genuine thing that Josh Lambo feels happened. Whether Urban Meyer sees it that way, or was it to the extent that it was reported as, I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't tell you the truth, whether it's false or not. But what I will say is I believe this is Josh Lambo's way of saying that he was also within a problem with Urban Meyer. And he's basically trying to show people that Urban Meyer is the common denominator to most of the problems that are happening right now for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Whether it's the Marvin Jones thing, whether it's the thing with Urban Meyer having a problem with his assistant coaches, or with the staff that he hired. Going back to that point, I don't understand this. How is he having problems with people he hired? That's like a manager hiring an employee, seeing their resume, hiring them, and then complaining about their resume. Doesn't even make sense. Makes absolutely no sense to me. But hearing about this situation, for Shad Khan, this has to be the last straw. There's no way that Urban Meyer stays over this. Whether this report is true or not, we cannot have this type of publicity for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're already a small market team with past problems between Tom Coughlin and all these other reports that players were already not wanting to come here. And then it's all happening again with Urban Meyer now. It's almost like a freaking comedy show. It's ridiculous. The fact that Shad Khan cannot freaking fix this front office. At this point, it's not even the players' fault. Like, it's to the point where if you get this group of guys a decent coaching staff, maybe they will actually improve. It just brings you to imagine that 2017 team with a good coaching staff. That team would have won the Super Bowl. And it's so frustrating that the problem with the Jacksonville Jaguars has nothing to do with the players. It has so much to do with the staffing, has so much to do with the managers, the GMs, the head coaches, and now I honestly feel like Shad Khan just, at this point, he's getting close to being, he has to sell the team. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what other point I can truly make on it, other than if he doesn't, he has one more chance, one more house clearing, get rid of Urban Meyer, get a coach with actual NFL experience, and give him one more chance to fix this team. Because you know what? We just got a generational talent in Trevor Lawrence, and if we ruin him, it'll truly show how terrible of an organization that the Jacksonville Jaguars are right now. It's honestly upsetting because Jags players and Jags fans deserve so much better than this. It's just such an insane thing to me that Shad Khan cannot get this right. Now I understand it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3 to fix a team. I'm not saying it is. But for the love of God, it's been a decade, dude. Do something that makes this team have long-term success. Like, it's not that hard. It does not take over a decade to build a good culture. It does not take over a decade to build a good freaking staff. Like, it just doesn't. Anybody who says that all this should be given more patience is just being too patient at that point. Now, I'm one of those people who I was actually, up until recently, extremely adamant about wanting to give Urban another year. But after the Marvin Jones situation, and now after this, on top of it, seeing that he's now causing problems with not only his own staff, but also the players, it's showing me that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. It's as simple as that. I mean, it's insane. Like, I don't know what else has to be said on the topic that he obviously does not know what he's doing at the NFL level. Now, he has the resume for college, and if he goes back to college, he'll probably succeed. But the NFL is a whole different monster than the fucking college level. College level, you recruit all these top players, and your team is light years better than most of the competition, like Ohio State was with Urban Meyer. It ain't like that in the NFL. Most teams are pretty similar in the NFL, honestly. There's no team that is an absolute powerhouse like Alabama, besides maybe the Buccaneers. But that's because they got the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady, and also have this amazing roster all around him. But that's an anomaly. I mean, you look at NFL history, teams like that don't come along very often. And they're still not even a powerhouse. I mean, it's still a toss-up to who's going to truly win. Like, there's no team, like, there is no Alabama in the NFL level. There just isn't. It's not like that. Like, Alabama, you know they're going to be great every year, year in, year out. You don't have that in the NFL. You just don't. And Urban Meyer clearly can't handle it. He can't handle it when he doesn't have 2 times the talent that most other teams have around him. He can't handle it. It's clear as day. The dude is not a good coach. And my biggest thing with Urban Meyer right now at this point is the fact that he's just acting like everything's okay. He's not trying to fix anything. As a matter of fact, he's pretty much denying majority of it. He's acting like nothing's going on, as if he's doing great and the Jaguars are winning games and he's coaching amazingly. He's a Coach of the Year candidate. That's how he's acting. And then you look at these post-game interviews and stuff. The dude is absolutely fucking clueless. He's clueless. And now I'm getting comments on my Instagram posts about people getting mad about all this stuff I'm posting. And they're saying, oh, who wants to do this? Oh, who wants to do that? There's no sense in firing Urban. This and that. I cannot believe there's people actually still defending this dude. I will admit, I was defending him. Because I truly thought Urban could handle it. But he clearly can't. And I saw a comment that told me to quit being irrational and tell me this team was never going to be good this year. This has nothing to do with the team being good or not. This is the matter of fact that Urban's never going to be the reason this team turns it around. That's what it comes down to. At this point, it's the fact that he's not helping the team, he's hurting it. Nobody's saying Urban should have went and made the playoffs this year. That is not what anybody is saying. Anybody who thinks that's what these people are saying is absolutely lost. Then there was another comment that called me and said, LOL, now I want to blow things up. That's proof you're a casual. That was directed towards me. I saw this comment and I laughed. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that there's actually somebody who believes this. And then there's another comment added on to that comment that said, we were worse than last year. At least last year we tried to tank and showed life occasionally. This year we were actually trying to get better due to the fact this draft class is so weak and we still didn't get better. We getting clowned and stop thinking our GM knows what he's doing because he doesn't, and he was the architect of the Niners when they were awful. Now this I agree with. But again, this has nothing to do with Trent at this point. Like, I agree with that comment so much. But to wrap it around back to Urban, it's like the Jaguars, nobody was expecting this to turn around in a year. Nobody's saying, oh, Urban Meyer didn't turn around in a year, he should be fired. That is not what this is about. This is about Urban once a week having something off the field of a negative distraction. It's ridiculous. Like, he needs to stop. He needs to grow the fuck up. The dude has a daughter in college, or graduated college or whatever, has a wife, has all this, And he can't fucking act like an adult on the sidelines? He can't act like an adult when running this team? Like, are you kidding me? Then people have the audacity to say, oh, well, all these reports have nothing to do with him being an NFL head coach. Yes, they do. He's supposed to be the leader of this team. Are you going to follow somebody who's being seen at bars with freaking girls in college half his age? Are you going to follow somebody who's been seen kicking an employee, which is Josh Lambo? Are you going to be seen helping somebody or believing in somebody that's criticizing a team that and a roster and a staff that he helped create, that he helped make? And you're going to sit here and not blame him? Who the fuck are we supposed to blame then? The players? The players can only do so much. Now, some blame is on Darrell Bevell, and I've said multiple times, he should be fired as well. But the fact that you guys are still, and I'm not saying all of you, but some of you are still defending this absolute clown of a human being, it makes my blood boil. There is no way that you should be defending him with what he's doing. You're acting like he's a saint off the field, and he's trying to turn this thing around. If anybody's trying to turn this thing around, I will give him credit where it's due, it's Trevor Lawrence. He's been nothing but mature. He's actually doing things to try to help the city, and he's said multiple times he wants to bring greatness to Jacksonville. He wants to make the Jaguars a great team. He wants to be here for a very long time, and he wants to help the fans get what they deserve. That is what we should be hearing from our 50-something-year-old head coach, not our 22-year-old quarterback. Are you kidding me? And people are going to sit here and defend Urban Meyer, but then complain about how Trevor Lawrence is playing? It's mind-boggling. Like, I can't even put it into words. I'm trying my best right now, but I don't even have the words to describe that and how much it angers me. All I can really say at this point is Urban Meyer needs to get the fuck out of Jacksonville, dude. I'm done. This Josh Lambo thing, whether it's true or not, once again, I'm not saying it's true or false, but seeing this report in the media, that's now making us look even worse, and the fact that people are defending it. Now, I don't give a shit if it's cap or not. I really don't give a shit. It's the fact that we're getting more negative media attention that we don't need. We already are a small market. We already need all the help we can get in recruiting people. We already need all the help we can get in recruiting people. But we're not getting it right now because of this fucking dude who's running our team. He's going to run Marvin Jones out of here. He's going to run multiple veterans out of here. And all these free agents that are going to be a huge free agent class this upcoming year, they're not even going to look at us because they're going to say, hell no, that clown Urban Meyer's down there in Jacksonville. I ain't going anywhere near that. That's what's going to happen. At some point, Shad Khan needs to draw the line with Urban Meyer, and it needs to be drawn soon, or Jacksonville fans are going to be calling for Shad Khan's head too. This is getting out of hand, and it's getting out of hand fast. My final words with this is, Shad Khan, get rid of Darrell Bevell, get rid of Urban Meyer, and let's try one more time to turn this thing around before Jacksonville revolts and makes you sell this team. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed, leave a like. And as always, peace out, Duval.